Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries, Leo, Sag, Priest. Aries, Leo, Sag. Messages for Aries, Leo, Sag. You guys should be in your element, as I say that with 6 of Wands. So, I think this is really talking about, you know, as I was going to say, you should be in your element, that you're starting to feel, this doesn't necessarily more in yourself, but yes, more in yourself. That's what I'm getting from it. What I mean is the tarot card doesn't necessarily feel that. I feel like you're getting, you know, not necessarily that you lost your confidence, but you're feeling more you than ever, and you're feeling a bit more proud in a sense that you are showing up for yourself, but not showing up for yourself, just not hiding yourself as much, if that's resonating. But we'll get clarifications for it in a moment. But that's what I'm really getting with that. Nine of Cups. So yeah, you guys are going to be feeling good. There is definitely here, in terms of yourself, there's a focus on you, and there is recognition there, whether you're recognizing it or someone, or others are recognizing it. The Nine of Cups is you also really focused on you, focused on what you need to do to look after you, but also achieve what you want to do. So that's really, really good. Now, we have pulled out the Five of Swords. So what's that saying? Is there something provoking you? Or is it this sort of energy of you're sometimes here, but then you're sometimes questioning yourself? So do you need to harmonize those two? Something is also provoking you along the way this week. But really, there's an element with me saying about harmonizing. There's an element here of also fire and water. Wands is fire and water is, the cups is water. So you're harmonizing like your action and then flowing the pace. Serious action, then flowing the pace in terms of just enjoying the pace, being more mellow. Maybe you're starting to realize when to act and when to just go full force on something. Maybe you're also balancing your ego with how much energy you put out in terms of if this is worth it, whether it's your internal or whether this is someone provoking you. Let's ask for a clarification of the Five of Swords. I do feel confident in what I'm saying, but I want a bit more clarity on the Five of Swords. Is there, I mean, could there be someone who's quite close to you or jealousy around you? Something. Five of Swords. King of Cups. Wheel of Fortune. So you're closing out this cycle. You're closing out this cycle of, whether it's to do with duality of, because we've got the King of Cups, okay, whether it's to do with the duality of your internal and external self, on maybe when to act and when not to act, and waiting kind of for the universe's sign, an opportunity to act. And when you're not having those signs, you know that you need to kind of let go, not be lazy or procrastinate, but you're releasing the control, waiting for that new ebb. But at the same time, you're coming back to yourself. this is saying the cycle is closing around this. Whatever has been provoking you, whatever has been ego-driven, jealousy, with the King of Cups, this could be someone you're actually close to you who's a bit jealous. It could be, let me just get a clarification. Lovers, I was going to say. So this could be that. Okay, so first of all, there could be a relationship, a partnership, something coming in where two of you, one of you could be quite fiery and the other one could be quite spiritual or mellow. One of you could be quite emotional and the other one is, you know, sort of spiritual but not necessarily oversensitive. There's a partnership coming in, whether it's love or not, and I feel that this may be helping you harmonize what you need to within yourself. At the same time, I feel like there is a relationship around you, which could be, you know, whether it's with your sibling, whether it's with a family member, whether it's a parent child, whether it's even your inner child. I will check on the inner child part. And there might be someone close to you, family or very close friends, that are seeing this and feeling a bit jealous. Which may be something you can see or something you can't see, but they definitely feel it. They're just watching there. There's a couple of things I want to clarify, because I'm wondering if there's past people and you're closing out that cycle. So I need to, like, for example, with this, I'm also getting Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's also some of you that are closing out a cycle where in the past, King of Pentacles, Tower. In the past, you've probably held on to a past relationship that you felt was stable, and that's why you held on to it. And you believe that relationships should be stable and should be loyal. And so what you've done is you've kept to it, but what you've found is that there's been betrayals along the way. And that has maybe held you back from having a relationship because you believed people need to be loyal. That cycle is closing out for a new cycle to come in. This new cycle could be with a new lover, a new duality of partnership that either harmonizes this in you, or this is where others are looking at you with a bit of jealousy. Regardless, I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling you a cycle is closing, a new one is opening, and you're being guided. The universe is with you to close out or step away from any of those things I mentioned that causes this. Like you're walking away, even if it's not a very, very past relationship like years ago, you're walking away from it. You're closing that cycle. You're going to go to the new. Even like I believe a lot of you are ready for the new, but some of you might not be ready for the new. And you're walking away, letting it go so that you can harmonize. The Hanged Man, harmonize and just flow. And trust in what the universe is bringing you in this next cycle. And the spirit team is guiding you, Hanged Man, to flow with what is falling away for you for your best interest. What you've kept holding on to. Like I said, these are very different themes, or they're very similar themes, but wrapped up in different equations that I'm giving all placements of Aries, Leo and Sag here. So I think that's really it. I felt like the Hanged Man was the guidance, but what's our guidance? Let's see this. This flipped. Page of Wands. You might have great ideas. I think this Page of Wands is saying Three of Cups. So your guidance is really around networking, creativity. Don't let that past hold you back. And it's interesting, the Emperor. Take leadership of your life. But what's interesting is when I said earlier about the harmonizing of the fire and water, and I asked for what is our advice, the Hanged Man came out before that. I just want to point that out. But then we've got Wands and Cups again. But if you look at it, it's more of a, there's a slight, on the fire side, there's a more of be less serious about it. There's a page, a younger version. A younger or more immature person. So let it flow a bit, maybe have a bit more fun. And then you get the Emperor that's telling you to own your leadership as well. So I think there's definitely a need to balance when you take action, when you go in full throttle of actioning, leadership, authority, with the creative ideas you get, being open about them, being like a young, you know, when we're young, we don't care what we say. Like, and what I mean by that is not that we're insulting anyone, but we get an idea and we're like, wouldn't it be good? Find that back. And the Three of Cups is the harmony of it, but also it's celebration with the cycle that's coming in, and that you're being guided by the universe and also protected if you've got any of this jealousy going on around you. With the Page of Wands, this could also mean that there's been a parent and child connection, which I mentioned. Maybe the other child is feeling a bit jealous, or the other parent is feeling a bit jealous. Obviously, usually it will not be in a very bad way. It could be your inner child, because we've got the page, that needs balancing, you know, inner, which I just mentioned really, but in different words, is balancing your inner child with play, being out there, with being an adult. So that's what I have for you, fire signs. Let's see how it goes for you over the next, well, until the end of March. And do check out how this week's energies will, and themes that might be significant to your rising sign as well. Do check out your latest readings, and there will be energy check-ins as well later this week for your elements. So, and the April monthlies will be done shortly as well. So take care if you're not staying on with us, and I'll see you in our next video.